for our country, had family members and all those sorts of things. So that tends to be, okay, for everybody that's waiting for the YouTube to come up, it's up. Okay, go try again. Get back in. Go ahead. Get your YouTube going because we got some stuff we talking about today now. And shout out to Blake. Thanks, Blake. Blake is in. Blake shouted me out. He's in. So, for those of you that are or have been trying to get on the YouTube is up now. Xavier got us straightened out. It was a little crazy, but you have these technical issues when change happens, when different things happen. But as I told you, don't forget, don't be like, oh, Homer not going to be here, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. No, Homer will be rejoining us tomorrow morning. He's been on vacation. My brother, he keeps it moving. He got all kinds of stuff going on. He is on vacation, and so he'll be rejoining us tomorrow morning. But this morning, I want to welcome you all and just talking a little bit. We've just been talking a little bit about Kimberly Harris. Shout out to Kimberly Harris. Hey, girl. Thanks for listening. Willie Jones, thanks for joining us on the YouTube channel. Y'all get on YouTube. We're back up. I know it was a little, a little sketchy there, but we got it. Let's see. Who else is on there? Ken Wan, see, hey, how you doing? And it's me, S.E. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for checking us out. It is another edition of Truth in the Morning. Okay, so look, everybody's talking about this dog thing. Did you see that this morning, Xavier? With the whole dog situation?
I heard a little bit about it after you sent me the article.
Yeah. So 2 dogs, the police had to shoot the dogs because they were coming at one police officer there. Apparently the dog bit, several people, or 2 dogs, and the police. Now I'm going to tell you first thing first. I am not a pet person. No, don't look at me crazy, Xavier. I am not a pet person.
I kind of look down on you now.
I'm going to tell you the truth about this. My son feels like there was some neglect going on because he didn't have a pet growing up. No, don't shake your head. Yes, that's an absolute no.
Every good parent gets their kid a pet.
I'm going to tell you what I did. Shout out to my friend Megan and her husband Keith. I said, Kendall, you want to see a pet? You want to see a dog? You want to pet a dog? You want to hang out with a dog? Yeah. They had 2 dogs. I was like, I'm going to take you over to their house. That's kind of like having a kid and being, having a little niece or nephew and being able to send him home, right? When you're done. So I would take him over to their house to hang out with the dog. Okay. So I'm not a dog person. But he felt like he should have one of his own. But see, here's the thing. As single parents, if you hear me, parents in general, if you hear me, it was hard enough learning to take care of him. How am I going to have a pet? I can't, unless it's a goldfish, I don't have time for it because even when they're small, as the adult in the room, you're going to have to be the one to clean up after them. Okay. And he was never going to, people will say, oh,
Fox 6 News is sponsored by your local Chevy dealers. Well, you can teach your child
responsibility by making them clean up after. He wasn't going to do it. And he wasn't going to go out with the pooper scooper. He wasn't going to do any of those things. It was going to be all on me. And I had a hard enough time trying to bring him up. Versus getting a dog.
Sometimes you got to take one for the team.
Nah, not that one. That was one I could not take for the team. Trust and believe. When we come back, we're going to get right on task and talk about this. Milwaukee police had to shoot 2 dogs after an officer was bitten. And you know where it was, right, Xavier? It's over here. It was over here on the north side. When we come back, that's what we'll be talking about. It's Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
This is my first time calling in, but I listen to you all the time, and I appreciate you and Elizabeth Brown and everything you stand for and everything that you do. So I want to say thank you so much for being you.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017.
Hey, man, this station is on fire the last couple days.
Milwaukee Black Talk, 101.7 The Truth.
Serious truck crash? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
I love the exercise classes here at the Senior Center.
Me too. I'm trying to eat healthier too, but it's expensive these days.
I know, and that's why I use benefitscheckup.org. I learned I can get help paying for groceries.
Benefitscheckup.org?
Yes, benefitscheckup.org is a free service from the National Council on Aging.
For free? I'm going to benefitscheckup.org today.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Still think you're going to use those old chemicals just sitting around under the sink, in the garage, or down in the basement? We're talking things like old antifreeze, paint thinners, batteries, propane cylinders, and pesticides. So don't let them sit there. Get rid of them right away to MMSD's Home Hazmat Drop-Off Centers. It's safe, it's easy, and it's open to all Milwaukee County residents. There are 3 locations open year-round. Let's clean up Milwaukee.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Truth in the Morning returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app.
Oh, don't play this one. You don't know nothing about this.
Why do you say that?
I love it. 101.7 The Truth, Truth in the Morning. Bailey Coleman. Homer's on vacation, but he'll be back tomorrow. So, before we went to break, we were talking about these 2 dogs that Milwaukee Police Department had to shoot yesterday. Now, this is, Xavier, this is just the beginning of the summer. We got dog problems this summer in addition to the other drama. It's going to be real special this year. This was the first day. Yesterday was really the first day. There was like 84, 85, And when it gets hot, folk be acting up. Like,
Honestly, I live downtown. It was pretty chill.
It was pretty chill? So it was only these dogs acting. I didn't hear about nobody getting shot other than these dogs yesterday now.
Yeah, exactly.
It could have been something, but I'm just saying. So here's what we know. The Milwaukee Police Department said that officers were responding to around 2 o'clock, 1:57 p.m. to
Get this low
a
mileage
loose
lease on
animal
this
complaint near
2026 Chevy Trax
106th
for around
and Bendix.
$249
Now,
per
I
month.
see dogs
Or
all
get
over the place all the
2.9%
time.
APR on all 2026 Chevy
especially on
Trax
the north
models.
side of Milwaukee.
Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
So
A dog
I don't
bite
know
and shots fired.
if
The
these
Northside
dogs were
neighborhood shaken.
particularly vicious or what was going on. But you have a clip, right? We got a clip?
Yep, you ready?
All right, yeah. Let's play the clip so everybody can get up to date with what's going on.
A dog bite and shots fired. The Northside neighborhood shaken up after multiple people were bit by a dog this afternoon, including a Milwaukee police officer.
Police then shot at two dogs. Christina Van Zell joins us live from the newsroom with some new information tonight. Christina, what have you learned?
Mary, police say a 51-year-old officer was the person who was bit, and he was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. Neighbors say the dogs were barking aggressively, trying to jump over a gate, and say the whole interaction was scary.
I felt bad and a little scared at the same time.
Unexpected and traumatic. Neighbors near 106th and Bender described the moment three people, including a police officer, were bit by a dog.
And I saw one side of the dogs.
Anthony Butts says he saw two dogs, likely a pit bull mix, abandoned on the highway. He was trying to help them by taking them in. He said they were loving, but looked like they had been abused. Butts had the dogs in the backyard of a home he was doing work at. When people in the area say the dogs became aggressive.
Didn't make sense to me. And then all of a sudden, the woman officers, I hear a bang. And then they said they just shot the dogs.
Milwaukee police responded to a loose animals call around 2 p.m. When the officer tried to snare or capture the dog bit the officer. Two officers then fired shots at the dog, striking both.
Like I said, I did all dogs, and we shot fired at the one going down.
For some reason, I guess they just got vicious. For some reason, they just started like bark and attack everybody that come near the gate.
Tristan Hunter and his family lived next door. He wasn't happy the dogs were brought into the neighborhood in the first place. He says he heard 4 gunshots.
The boy dog jumped, grabbed the officer on the arm, like his left arm here, and then he just put out the gun and had to do what he had to do.
Police say both dogs were transported for medical treatment. It's not clear the extent of their injuries or what happens next. Reporting live in the newsroom, Christina Van Zell, Fox 6 News.
Christina, thank you.
So there you go. That's the whole rundown from our friends at Fox 6. I don't know, Xavier. I mean, where were the owners?
I'm not sure, but I don't really trust the word of the cops. They're very trigger happy. I've seen many videos of cops shooting dogs that just wagging their tail.
So you think that this incident was a total trigger happy situation? I mean, the officer clearly was bitten.
I'm not sure about that. Where's the photo?
Oh.
Is there a photo?
Oh, he had to be taken to the hospital.
Really? The person that, murdered that person, was that Renee, whatever, that, that video in Minnesota where he said she ran over his foot or whatever?
Right.
They took him to the hospital and he wasn't even touched.
Okay. No, the officer was clearly you're a dog advocate. How many dogs do you have?
Well, technically 1, but 3.
What does technically 1 but 3 mean?
Well, I have 1 dog and then my parents have 2 dogs and I take them all the time, So I kind of have 3 dogs.
What kind of dogs? All pits?
Correct.
Wow. So same kind of dog in this situation. So let me ask you this. Do they turn vicious? Because it seems like these dogs, now that has always been the claim about pit bulls and mastiffs and all that they turn vicious on you because of whatever. And they said in this story that these dogs looked neglected.
I would say it's a case-by-case basis. I mean, I've seen golden retrievers and huskies that are aggressive, so I don't think it's a breed thing. It's just more about the way the dog's brought up, pretty much, I would say.
You think it's the way the dog is brought up?
And then some dogs, just don't like people. So I mean, it all really depends on the dog. I mean, dogs are like, they have all kinds of different personalities, but I wouldn't say that pit bulls are inherently aggressive towards humans.
Because they got that rap, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you gotta think they're the most distinct dog. I mean, if any kind of if someone gets bit by a dog and they don't know what kind of dog it is, they're gonna say, "Oh, it's a pit bull."
Okay. So you think that that's just the way it is?
That's my opinion.
833-212-1017. That's our True Talk text line if you want to get in on this conversation. I stay away from pit bulls. I ain't gonna lie. And the ones that look like them, what are they called? Mastiffs? They all look alike to me. They're all the same dog. All the same dog. No, I'm not a dog person. And my son will tell you immediately that I'm not a dog person. There's been one or two dogs I got along with in my lifetime. That's it. One or two.
See, you're proof. All of them look alike. So if a dog bit you, like, oh, it's a pit bull.
I would say that because they look alike. Tell me they don't look alike.
I can tell the difference between dogs, but I'm a person that I like.
You're
dogs.
a dog connoisseur. Well, not connoisseur, but
I'm a dog connoisseur.
Okay,
I like watching all kinds of dog videos and
now,
stuff like that.
Now, I have a sister who likes pets and stuff like that. She got no problem. She's always been a dog person. She always has been a dog person. That's just her. When we had a dog, because I had a dog growing up. We had a dog. Our dog's name was Butch. And Butch he looked like I can't tell you, German Shepherd cross with a golden retriever, something. I don't know. He was a mutt. And, that wasn't my thing, though. It just wasn't my deal. And that's why I knew then that raising a dog or having a dog as a pet wasn't my thing. And it has to do with way back. But anyways, getting jumped by dogs on the way home from school and stuff, it was just like I knew it wasn't going to be my thing.
Yeah, I would definitely say dogs aren't for everyone. It's a responsibility. You got to clean up after them.
Yep.
So you really got to like the dog to have a dog, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Again, here's my question. Dogs are like kids, right? They're like kids. Is there anyone that would deny that dogs are like kids? So where were the parents? You want to get in on this conversation? 833-212-1017. Al, good morning. What's your truth?
Well, my truth is it goes back to the owner of the dog. I myself had a pit bull, a gator mouth pit bull for 14 years, and it never bit anybody. And at half of the time, they was running from my dachshund who wanted to bite. My pit ain't never bit nobody, and actually, he really wanted just to be petted. So it goes back to the owner. And I had dog insurance on my pit bull. So if them dogs is running, you need to be asking, why did the dog get loose? And why is it running like we in rural Mississippi through the neighborhood? So it goes back to the owner, not the dog.
See?
The owner.
Yeah, I agree. And Al, you are very insightful and a very responsible dog owner because I don't know nobody had dog insurance.
You could buy your new house off of my dog, but he ain't never bit nobody.
There you go.
Happy Tuesday, y'all. Have a good one.
Tuesday.
Bye-bye.
Yes. See, Al calling in on our inaugural show. Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like a blessing of the show, huh?
Yes, it is. It's kind of like a blessing of the show. I got to tell y'all, though, dogs, me and dogs don't get along. I'll say this. My nephew had a dog. I forget what her name was. She just passed away recently. And it was a pit bull, and I was around the pit bull. I mean, I was around it. It was cool, but when I was in the house, the dog couldn't be in the house. When I was like around, I had to go in the room for a couple minutes, couple times, because I was like, no, I'm not gonna be around that. My sister was like, oh, come on, she's nice. But no, I'm not. I'm not a dog person. You want to get in on this conversation? Our Truth Talk text line open 833-212-1017. Shout out to Brittany. She said that brother is correct. She must have been talking about Xavier and his downing me for not being a dog person. Brittany said, good morning, y'all. Nice to hear y'all voices. It's nice to be here. And so, look, you want to get in on this conversation like Al did, 833-212-1017. We got another. We got. Oh, we got to go break. Okay, we got a caller. Hold on. Thank you for calling in. 833-212-1017. That's the number to call. You're checking out Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
So altogether, you're looking at $1,780 for your mortgage and for your property taxes in a year. And that's before you have to deal with, obviously, your water bill and electric bill. That's a steep price that people have to pay. And based off those numbers I just ran, to afford a home like that, you got to make $65,000 a year. But the problem is, here in Milwaukee, the median household income is only $54,234. That's out of whack. So again, I am all about affordability. I'm all about people getting homes. But what we have to understand is that until homes are more affordable, you can have a supply and demand problem. But the problem that we have here in the city of Milwaukee is that these prices, when people are listing these houses, they're listing them for prices that people really can't afford. And even if you do get the house and you're paying that, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is not about living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is about finding something that fits within your budget and building equity for the future.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
You served behind the desk. You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted. You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you. When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
Truth in the Morning returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
This is a story about control. My control. Control of what I say, control of what I do. And this time I'm gonna do it my way. I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. Are we ready? I am. 'Cause it's all about control. And I've got lots of it.
Oh, yeah, we in control this morning. 101.7 The Truth, Bailey Coleman in the hot seat. My guy Xavier producing this morning. All right, here's the question. By the way, Homer will be back tomorrow. Here's the question. We've been talking about these dogs that have bitten police officers. They got loose, they bit a cop, all this kind of stuff. Xavier, I'm just thinking something definitive has to happen here. I don't know what the dog rules are in Wisconsin. But see, if a person bit a police officer or harmed them in any way, that's the problem. And something's going to happen. They're going to get jail time. They're going to get ticketed. There's all kinds of things that are going to happen. So what say you about this dog? And I kind of feel like the owners of the dog, they lost control. So there should be, I don't know what the dog rules are, but there should be something serious that happens. We're going to go to the Truth Talk text line. First up, Marlon. Marlon, good morning. You've heard the conversation. What's your truth?
Good morning. So a little bit about the conversation about the dogs that I think you're missing is the dogs were running wild, and then a guy found them and took them to a house and put them in the backyard waiting for somebody to come get them. That's when the dog bit a neighbor and then bit the police officer. So the dogs were not even the individual's dog who's had them. They were running wild already. So that's part of the issue as well as just wild running dogs.
Oh, wow. Okay. That wasn't in the story. Oh, go ahead, Marlon. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you I watched Channel 12 News and they said it on the news there that somebody had picked up the dogs and took them to a backyard, and then that's how come the dogs were there. So the dogs weren't that, they were in their neighborhood. There wasn't nothing. So yeah, so that's the reason why. And most pit bulls are not like super aggressive unless you teach them that. I've had 3. I have a third one right now. Now they become protective over your house and stuff like that. So like if people you don't know or whatever come over, but again, it's a training thing. Like my pit bull is very protective of my wife. He's more protective of my wife than me.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? But if you come in that area, if we say it's okay, it's okay. But then like when he doesn't know people or something, he gets very protective over her and over the house as well. So yeah. So pit bulls, and if you really know a pit bulls are some of the sweetest, best dogs ever. They love you. They just like to be petted and stuff like that. They whine and stuff all the time. But yeah, it's just a protection issue around people they don't know or areas or, people they're protecting or households or areas that are protected.
Okay. Very good. Thanks for calling, Marlon. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Like I said, I'm not a dog person, so thanks for calling. Douglas, good morning.
Howdy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your truth on these dogs?
Well, 2 of my points are, first of all, my major take is what Marlon just said, that someone was able to come up to these dogs, take them, pick them up, and take them to a residence, put them in a yard. Now, if they were calm enough for a stranger to be able to pick these dogs up and take them somewhere other than where they were and put them in a yard, this doesn't sound vicious to me.
Okay.
But my major problem is anytime in most cases when it's dog related, I'm not blaming Milwaukee police officers because we got to have police or else we have chaos. But a lot of times when these guys get the opportunity to discharge their weapon, come on now.
That's what Xavier said. That's what Xavier said.
They're going to shoot a dog. Yeah. That's just how. That's it. I'm good.
Douglas, let me ask you a question. Do you think there is a sense of fear, for example, with people and their, because for me, I'm totally afraid. It could be a little chihuahua, and I'm like, oh, that mean,
Right, right.
I mean, for me, it goes back to my childhood, but I'm not afraid of all dogs, but like pits, I think it's the look. They look mean.
Well, look, first of all, pits, as Marlon said, I've raised pit bull terriers. I've raised cane corsos. These dogs do not become aggressive unless you breed it into them. Wow. They're the greatest dogs to be around babies. If you have children, that's what you want.
Oh.
You want a pit bull. Oh. Because this dog will bond with your child. And like he said, my dogs, all my pits, were very protective of my wife. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm feeding this dog, and he'll bark at me if I raise my voice to my wife. Dog, I'm feeding you. What's wrong with you? But they just are overprotective about the home and certain things in it.
Okay.
But like I said, pit bulls are great dogs. They're a great breed. And unless you breed anger into them, people used to feed them pepper. They used to feed them pepper and take pellets out of shotgun shells and feed this to these dogs. But that was just to bring the aggression out in them.
Okay.
But no, they're great dogs, and something went wrong with this situation.
Okay.
Something went wrong.
Okay.
So, but I just feel bad for the poor dogs and the officer. But then again, she got bit how? What the dog might have bumped up against her, and as far as she was concerned, I got bit. But the old phrase goes, if it has teeth, it can bite you.
Wow. That's true. If it has teeth, it can bite you. Douglas, thank you so much for calling in. Yes. As you know, I was talking earlier about my nephew, Xavier, and he does have he did have a pit bull. And I think it was a pit. It looked like one. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And he had 3 kids that bonded with that dog. I mean, from the time they were babies. I had twin nieces, and they bonded with that dog. And he had the dog since they were born, so the dog was old. But they loved that dog.
Well, they call him the nanny dog for a reason. Back in the 1920s.
They called a pit bull a nanny dog?
Yeah, back in the 1910s and 20s and 30s, white people used to leave their dogs with their pit bulls to babysit.
Really?
Yes, there's a whole history on this.
Wow. Okay. Because I do know that he raised 3 kids around that dog, and they absolutely love the dog. Okay, let's go one more to the Truth Talk text line. Denise, good morning. What's your truth about these dogs?
Good morning. Well, I agree with the last 2 people. They can be okay dogs. I don't really care for pits because they can be very aggressive depending on who raised them. But I know for a fact that sometimes dogs do not like people in uniforms, and they can tell. I've had a dog. We've had a dog in our family, and once a uniform comes on the scene, it's a whole different picture. And they can be very docile and everything else. But when you have a fear for a dog, and I'm a dog person. I don't have a dog right now, but I had dogs. But if you have fear for a dog, dogs can sense that.
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
They sense it. They sense it. And my grandfather used to say, a dog know a good person. So when the dog gets very aggressive with a person, it's like, you better watch that person.
Oh, are you telling me I was a bad person walking home from school getting attacked by dogs? Oh my gosh, I wasn't nothing but a baby.
But still, dogs are very, very protective of their people. And I mean, I babysitted my son's dogs, and I would not discipline that dog. I would just feed him, And when he does something crazy, I would just take him out and just give him time out.
Oh, okay.
But I never disciplined him because he's very protective. And when you're around the kids, he's very protective. So dogs are just like people. They get along with some people and they don't get along with some people.
Yeah.
But people have to learn that dogs are just like humans. They like you or they don't like you.
Yeah, that's true. No.
Have a good day.
All right,
Y'all
you
doing
too.
a great job.
Thank you so
All
much,
right,
and thank you
bye-bye.
for listening. We love and appreciate everybody. Thanks for calling in. Okay, so look, Brittany said on our Truth Talk text line, 833-212-1017, she said, shout out to all pit bulls of all types. They are truly a family dog. So beautiful, so loving, and they are the nanny dogs. Bingo X. All right. Well, I have, like I said, my nephew's kids, my twin nieces, Maya and Leah, and my nephew Romel. They grew up around this dog. They never had a problem. They loved the dog. Auntie was just like not having it. I can't help it. It's deeply rooted in me.
Some people just aren't dog people.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm not hating on dogs. I have a friend who had a dog for many, many years, and his name was Scooby. And you know what? Me and Scooby got along just fine. We got along just fine. One of those little teeny purse dogs. Well, he was bigger than a purse dog. But we ain't had no problems. He saw me. He would come over. He would try and give me a pet him and all that kind of stuff, but I really wasn't down. My son was just like about that. He loved the dog. He was petting, doing all the things. He was like, don't worry, Scooby. Don't worry, Scooby. She gonna be all right. She gonna be all right.
You're really disgusted by dogs.
You know what? I have a dog issue. I'm not gonna lie, but there have been one or two dogs. But you know what? I'm down with the dog before I'm down with a cat. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. I'm not. Oh, I hear about. Oh, here we go. Shay, foo, foo. Yes, I have a cat issue too. It's just a pet thing. My son says he's scarred. I don't believe it. All right. We got more coming. You're checking out Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. Coming with straight truth.
One can invest their whole life and effort in helping the community, and sometimes they don't get nothing back. But you know what? You keep on going with it, okay? God bless you. Happy upcoming Father's Day. And hang on in there and Tori, don't worry about what nobody say about you, because they're going to talk about you anyway, because they can't do what you do.
Catch the Tori Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Still think you're going to use those old chemicals just sitting around under the sink, in the garage, or down in the basement? We're talking things like old antifreeze, paint thinners, batteries, propane cylinders, and pesticides. So don't let them sit there. Get rid of them right away to MMSD's Home Hazmat Drop-Off Centers. It's safe, it's easy, and it's open to all Milwaukee County residents. There are 3 locations open year-round. Let's clean up Milwaukee.
At UW Credit Union, we have best-in-class technology and peopleology. Like if you lose your card, you can stop by in-branch for a same-day replacement, or you can have a new one instantly issued to the app. So whether you prefer interacting with our snappy online interface or our in-person regular faces, UW Credit Union is always here for every you. And whichever you choose, it's the best of both worlds. Join today at uwcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Don't miss one of Milwaukee's favorite summer traditions, the U-Path Ride for Arts, presented by Miller Lite, returns Sunday, May 31st. Ride a fully closed 20-mile course across the Hone Bridge with incredible lakefront views. Kids 12 and under ride free thanks to the Brewers Community Foundation. All in support of Southeastern Wisconsin Performing Arts. 7 a.m. start, finish at UPath Fest on Summerfest grounds. Register today at upathride.org. That's UPAFRIDE.org.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. enjoy awesome benefits across the board, build a great career, and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
Truth in the Morning returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
I ain't mad at your music mix, X. I'm really not mad at it. 101.7 The Truth in the Morning, Bailey Coleman. Homer Blow returns tomorrow, and we'll be doing it together. So I'll just get to be in the big chair today. Here's my thing, guys. I want to know, now there are some things that, clearly the owners of these dogs, if they can find them, owner or owners, will be ticketed. Clearly that at least is going to happen. My question to you is, should there be more? Or actually, you know what? I'm going to let you be the judge and you be the jury for the next 15 minutes. Call me and let me know what you think. Or you can hit me up on the True Talk text line and you can text me. What should happen? Forget the tickets, all of that. If you think it should just be a ticket for these dogs running loose and running wild in the neighborhood, okay, tell me that. But if you feel like some jail time should be done or something more should happen, I'm going to let you sit in the judgment seat this morning. 833-212-1017. That's our True Talk and text line. Hit me up. Let me know. Because a lot happened. Apparently, these dogs were allegedly running wild in the neighborhood, cutting up, biting people and doing all kinds of stuff. So much so that the police had to be called in the situation. And what happened? What happened? The cop got bit. But of course, Xavier says he did that on purpose. Did he stick his hand out there to be bit? Is that what it was?
No, the dog probably looked at him funny and they took out the gun and shot him.
Okay, so anyway, or if you're on our YouTube, hit us up on YouTube. Let us know your thoughts. If you're on our YouTube, we'll check those out as well. 833-212-1017. I want to know, should anything be done besides a ticket? Or if you just think it's a ticket, this is a ticket thing, hit us up, let us know. Xavier, what do you think? Ticket? Just a ticket?
Well, they don't know who to ticket because the person didn't have a owner or whatever, but if an owner's dog bites someone or something like that.
You think it's just a ticket?
Yeah, if they want to take it that far, depending on the severity of the bite.
They was running the neighborhood, sound like. They were terrorizing the neighborhood, the two dogs.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what it sounds like.
I've seen videos where they claim dogs are terrorizing the neighborhood, then like the dog catcher goes up to them and they're wagging their tail.
Oh, you're just a dog lover and you just want to give them the 100% benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, it's an innocent animal.
But is it beyond that point if they were? Can you just think in your mind, okay, the dogs were mistreated, so they're out here running wild, and they're just going wild.
Yeah, it's kind of like, think of the teen takeovers.
Why would you say that? Why you compare the dogs to the teens? You think the teens were mistreated and that's why they're out here doing what they're doing?
Yeah.
Come on.
No one that has like a solid. I mean, kids do bad things and stuff like that. Everyone makes mistakes, obviously. But some of the behavior, you can tell that some people just weren't taught, proper manners.
There's a lot of some peoples that weren't taught proper manners. So you think that the dog, should they find the owners?
Well, if they can't find the owners because the dogs were say if these dogs had owners and the dogs are running around, bit multiple people and stuff like that. Yeah, they probably should get it. I mean, they should get a ticket. Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming that the owners are around. You know why? Because they said that they took the dogs in for medical treatment.
No.
In the story, they said they took the dogs in for medical treatment. So who else would do that? Wouldn't the dogs just be put to sleep?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean, I think probably someone's a dog lover and they saw the dog was injured, so they just, took him to the vet.
You think so?
Yeah.
I would think that dogs running around like this and biting people, that they would automatically just be put to sleep. Maybe that's because I'm a non-dog lover. Is that what it is?
No. They can't find the owner and they're running. I mean, I think there's more to the story. Because if the dogs were that aggressive and they were biting people, then how did they get taken into custody? Wouldn't they be attacking the people?
Well, I'm assuming that once they got shot, they might have been a little easier to take into custody. You think?
I don't know. When a dog's injured, they don't want you to touch them, though. They're gonna move around to protect themselves, especially if they're aggressive already.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. 833-212-1017. That's our True Talk text line. I'm just interested. I'm interested to know what you guys think. You get to be the judge. You get to be the jury. I want to know what you think. Off our YouTube channel, lots of people chiming in. Jasmine said, I love dogs. The bigger, the better. I adore cats. I have two. They my babies. DVJ73 said, I used to be scared of pit bulls. Not so much anymore. We have a pug that's always playing. Pugs are smaller dogs. I haven't seen any big ones anyway. Have you seen any big ones?
They don't breed them that way.
Yeah, they're little dogs. So, I mean, are they mean? I've never seen a mean one.
I mean, all they all vary. I mean, like I said, it all depends on how they're raised. But normally pugs are just, they're small little dogs. I mean, I don't know. To me, they're like little rats, but.
RC Creation View said, dogs are dogs, not babies. Train your dogs. So I want to know what y'all think. Our line is set up. Our True Talk text line 833-212-1017. We want to hear from you and get your opinions. Brittany said, I do think the guy who picked them up should get a ticket because he should be taking them to Maddox. Oh, okay. So she thinks the neighbor should get a ticket? The one that put him behind the fence?
I don't know. I don't.
You don't think nobody should get a ticket, do you?
Well, there's no dog owner. If there's no owner, there's no one to ticket. It's like if a tree falls down on top of your car, you're going to sue the tree?
There's an owner out there. Somebody let them dogs loose.
Well, yeah, but now you see they're neglected and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're neglected.
Yeah, the dog owner who probably previously owned them just let them loose, said, I don't want these dogs anymore. And now they're running all over the place. Someone came and took them in.
Don't they have to have? Well, it depends on how you own them these days, right? I mean, if you're an honest dog owner, then you have them chipped and do all the things that they make you do when you go to the Humane Society, right?
I don't have my dogs chipped, but you get all the shots and you get them their tags, and
right?
They
have their tags.
You put their name on their collar with the number to call them just in case they ever.
Right. See, you're doing the right thing.
Yes.
But these dogs probably didn't.
Well, there's a lot of people that shouldn't have dogs or pets. I mean, look at what happened during 2020. I don't know if you ever saw what happened with that, but like people were locked in their house, so they got these pets and stuff like that. Then once the quarantine ended and people went back to work. All these people started turning in all their dogs.
Oh, wow.
And cats and stuff like that.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Oh, that is crazy. See, I'm not a pet person. Clearly, I'm not a pet person, right?
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to be.
All right. When we come back, we'll have guests in studio from our new owners, Milwaukee Black Media, up next. It's Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
So I was shocked that they let an advocate get on the air. Because I was like, man, do y'all really want to know what's really going on out here in these streets? I wish I could have a whole
You've been
show
diagnosed with COPD, but breathing seems to be getting harder. Everyday activities, walking to the mailbox, going up the stairs, talking on the phone take more effort than they used to. You're short of breath more often. Flare-ups are happening more frequently. And slowly, life starts to feel smaller. Is this you? If your COPD symptoms are getting worse, there may be options that can help you breathe easier and get back to doing more of what matters to you. That could mean walking further, spending more time with family and friends, feeling more confident leaving the house, and getting back to the life you want to live. If your COPD is changing, it's time to have a conversation with your doctor. Visit the COPD Foundation website at isthisyoucopd.org to learn the signs of severe and worsening COPD and the right questions to ask next. Take action today. Breathe better tomorrow.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Truth in the Morning returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
It's Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth. Bailey Coleman in the big seat today. Homer will be back tomorrow morning with us. My guy Xavier is here with me, our producer. So one thing, Milwaukee, that I'm concerned about, and I know when we talk, Homer and I have talked about this pretty extensively, and I just want to raise the flag on it again. And that is this data center that is supposed to be going in at Midtown. What do you want to call it? Midtown, you call it Capitol Court, call it whatever you want to. It's a data center. Now, if you're paying attention, this is like a huge concern for me, because it seems like Milwaukee is asleep on this one, Xavier. I feel like the whole city is asleep, and they're like, yeah, whatever. You know,
many people are, but they just don't understand the impacts that these places will have on us. And once they're in there, it's too late already.
It's too late. Now, the first one I heard going up was last year in Kenosha. And we'll get to that a little later. But first, I want to kind of put this whole story together so you all can understand, get a better understanding of what this is and what it could be. We've got a clip from our friends at Spectrum.
While the community wants to see the Midtown Center redeveloped, they are concerned about the data processing facility part of the project. Jonathan Weathers, the pastor of Holy Temple Missionary Baptist Church near 60th and when Midtown Center across the street was a thriving community hub. Now it's desolate.
To have this so empty really brings the neighborhood down.
According to city records, AFS Milwaukee, which owns the old Walmart at Midtown Center, wants to redevelop the space into affordable housing, a new public library branch, some city offices, and a data processing facility. It's that very last part that raised the red flag for some people who say a data processing facility sounds a lot like a data center.
We cannot be sure that officials and city employees have our best interests in mind.
Spectrum reached out to the neighborhood's alderman, Mark Chambers. In a statement last week, Alderman Chambers said in part, data centers are a couple of very bad words these days. The development proposed for the Midtown Center includes nothing even close. Pastor Weathers urging everyone to hear him out.
Before we develop that, explain to us what it's about and the danger and the good of it as well. The negative and the positive.
As he continues to hope and pray for Midtown Center that thrives once again.
Anything that lift the neighborhood and lift the morale of our people.
Alderman Chambers says there will be a public hearing on the project to share more details, but no date has been set for that. In Milwaukee, Phil Spectrum News.
All right. My first thing, Xavier, is Alderman Chambers, always welcome to come on the show. Okay? Because we need total explanation on what this is. Is this an old school data processing center where you got people in there and they got papers and they doing it? Or is this an AI data center like we've seen in other places like in Kenosha? Because this is going to be, and listen in Milwaukee, this is going to be in the middle of Milwaukee. Now, we already got bad pipes, okay? And in Kenosha right now, and all across the country where they're putting up these data centers, guess what's happening? Pollution, allegedly, supposedly, is coming out in the water. It's coming out in the air. Do we really need that kind of problem here in Milwaukee? Absolutely not. Think of the fact that Midtown is located amongst a residential area. Tons of people live all around there. This ain't way out nowhere. This is in the middle of the city. The middle of the city. So everybody in the city of Milwaukee would be affected if something goes wrong. So that's why it's important. I'm glad I didn't catch the pastor's name, but I appreciate him going on there and saying, hey, you know what? They need to explain exactly what this is. We need to know exactly, because just like you said, Xavier, if it goes up, it's too late. And Milwaukee, if there's ever a time that we need to be alert, be woke, and stand up for something, now is the time. I loved what the rest of what they had, the ideas that they had for Midtown. I love that. Affordable housing, the library, the whole deal. But a data center that could all those other things would be immaterial. Because if it's a data center like the one they put up in Kenosha, all those people that are going to be there, that live in those houses and all the things, the library, that's all for nothing. Because people are going to start getting sick. And then everybody's going to start going, well, I don't know. I wonder what it is. I wonder what it is. And just think about it. Think about how many black folk, let's keep it real, live on the north side and are close to that area. That is a centrally located area. Whether you want to call it Midtown, Capitol Court, or whatever other name it's ever had. That is a central location. We need to really take a look at this and wake up. If you sleep, you need to wake up on this topic because it is of major concern. 833-212-1017, that's our True Talk text line. Hey, we have another clip that we're going to play for you guys. And this aired on MS Now. And this is an interview with a lady from Kenosha, just down the street, Kenosha, Wisconsin, where they put that first data center up. You ready? All right, let's go, Xavier.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chris. This is Ezra. We're going to be speaking about an incredibly overlooked, bespoke topic today. It's called artificial intelligence, often abbreviated as AI. It is strange how ubiquitous the topic has become and how quickly ubiquitous it's become. And the dynamics right now, I think, from the perspective of political economy and politics are both incredibly fascinating and incredibly fraught. The polling suggests that people there is a genuine backlash that's brewing. You're seeing it both in quantitative data in polling, but also in individual fights over data centers, particularly where this has been channeled. At the same time, a shocking...
But we'll get to it because it is an interview with a woman in Kenosha, and she is talking about the problems that they're having in Kenosha, the pollution that is because she is living right next to the data center, not far from the data center, and she is she and her neighbors don't know what to do. They're experiencing not only pollution, but other things. And it's literally going right through her yard. And she could see it. The water is green, the whole deal. And, that's down the street. So what are we going to do here? What are we going to do in Milwaukee? So we have the clip now? Okay, we got the clip now. So y'all check this out.
A new industrial boom is spreading across the country. But instead of looking at smokestacks, we're seeing massive AI data centers. These warehouse-sized complexes may be impacting the digital economy, but they come with enormous and largely hidden environmental effects, too. That's what Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez pointed out to Trump EPA official this week.
I have a jar right here. This is the current drinking water in Morgan County, Georgia. Right after a data center was constructed, the Meta data center was constructed. The only difference between the clean water and this was that data center. I think both of us can agree that neither one of these things are drinkable. These families now have to ship in a rural area, ship water to their house in order to cook and bathe themselves.
The United States has more than 3,000 operational data centers, according to Pew. And polling shows that more than two-thirds of adults oppose the construction of the massive and costly centers, with most people saying they'd rather have a nuclear power plant in their backyard instead. The negative impacts of these data centers are not unique to Georgia. Our next guest, Miley Kaczynski, has lived in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin her entire life. Her home is located less than 2 miles from Meta Data Center that broke ground in 2025. Now the creek that runs through her property, she says, is revealing the environmental impact of the data center. Milky water, chemical smells, and significant erosion. And joining us now is Miley Kaczynski. It's great to have you and good to see you. I want to start by just letting you explain to us what you started to see on your land, on your grass, and in your water.
Hi. Good morning, Eric. Good afternoon. Thank you. I live about a mile and a half from the Meta Data Center. We have a beautiful creek that runs through our front yard on the way down to our barn. I came down to do chores one morning, and the creek was bone dry. Without rainfall, it came rushing back about a day later. And this has happened repeatedly all construction season long. And we have still not been able to find an answer. We're just about reaching a year here that this has been going on. We've been reporting to the DNR and trying to get people to investigate and figure this out. To the point where we've had to resort to our own testing. Amanda Bell, a hydrologist formerly with USGS, has been reaching out and helping us interpret those results. But a lot of this has fallen upon us to try to find answers. I think what people don't realize when you live near a project like this, you don't live next to a data center first. You live near a massive construction project.
So when you commission studies of your own water, that can cost you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars out of pocket. I mean, you're up against corporations here that are getting tax incentives, super fast approvals. I mean, in some cases, these corporations have been able to force some towns into NDAs before they even begin the construction process. And you're a school teacher. I mean, how has this impacted you personally, financially? Do you feel like anyone is on your side?
I feel trapped and I feel really scared. The hard thing is that this data center was put into the township that I live in, but it was annexed into the municipality of Beaver Dam. I'm not represented by the city, and the township doesn't have jurisdiction over the project. So that leaves me to have to reach out to state representatives, and they are gavelled out for the season right now.
From that, you got a small inkling of what our neighbors down the street right here in Wisconsin are dealing with from the first AI data center. Now, let me say this too. In a lot of these places across the country, the residents are paying the electric bills for these places. Did you realize that? We already got high electric prices. We don't need no more. My bill does not need to go any higher. I don't know about you, but my bill does not need to go. And why would I pay? These are rich people with plenty of money putting in these data centers. So why in the world? I'm already paid. Listen, with this big, beautiful bill or whatever it is, my taxes are already out of control, and come on, Xavier.
Well, it's what you guys voted for.
Nah, we didn't vote for that. Now, I do know some people that every once in a while, when I hear a complaint come out, oh, no, that's what you voted for. That's what you want. So I feel like yours should be doubled because that's what you asked for.
Yeah.
I feel like that. Anybody that voted for the orange dude, as Homer calls him, I feel like all they should be doubled. Double it.
Well, wait till the summer. I mean, we haven't even hit the worst of what's to come.
I mean, and there's a whole lot on the way.
Oh, yeah. You ready for that $6.30 for a gallon of gas?
Listen, we already at $5, and that's being nice. That's me going to Sam's Club. Hey, let me tell you something. Aside, if you ever had a Sam's Club membership, this is the time to have one because it's bad out here. It's hard out here. And it's worth paying that little fee because that fee is little now, right? To get the $4.99 a gallon gas for premium and the $4.19 a gallon for regular. It's worth it. It's worth the time. Okay, that's from me to you. Just a little, a little me and you conversation.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start stealing my mom's Sam's Club card.
You need to do something immediately. Because it's like every time you turn around, your pockets are empty. Why? Because you had to get some gas.
Well, I mean, imagine wait until, the grocery stores start, adding on the price. Because,
yeah.
the semi-trucks got to go
right. And
to the warehouse.
They're already adding on. You looked at the price of coffee lately?
I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, see, that's your problem. But look, when I came in here, when I come in the morning, I'm like, y'all always see me. If you watch this on YouTube, I know you see me with my cup of coffee. I know you see right here, right? I got to give me a cup. I got to give me a cup right here in the morning when I come in, right away.
It's free.
Exactly, that part. and it's something that, you got to have. I got to have it in the morning. And try going to the grocery store. I totally have switched to the grocery shopping situation.
What's your situation now? What do you do?
Man, me and Aldi are best friends.
Oh,
y'all ain't seen me in there? Y'all seen me in there. Y'all seen me in Aldi. Look, we're best friends. We cousins. I go where I used to go and I would shop, say, for example, at Pick and Save. Just go get the whole, let's just go. I might go to Woodman's too. I used to go between the two of them. Now it's more Aldi Woodman's. Because you can't, Pick and Save certain things that they might have on sale. If I catch it on, I'm going to roll up in there. But it's hard out here.
Yeah, I don't have that around where I live downtown, so there's no Woodman's, there's no Aldi's.
Yeah, you got to drive for that.
Yeah, I got to go. I mean, I just go right to the Pick and Save or Metro Market.
Yeah, that's
which is, ripping me off a lot.
Yeah, it's a little steep over. It's a little steep. I ain't going. All right, when we come back, more of this conversation because your bills are about to go up because of this whole AI data center. If it gets in, you ain't going to be happy. More to come. Truth in the Morning, 101.7 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
May is Skilled Trades Month, a time to celebrate the hands-on careers that keep our communities and our economy moving forward. At Junior Achievement, students learn that great careers don't always start behind a desk. With support from Komatsu, students are exploring opportunities in skilled trades, advanced manufacturing, engineering, and technology in Milwaukee's Harbor District. Thank you, Komatsu, for helping inspire the next generation of builders, problem solvers, and innovators. Learn more at ja.org.
I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight gives our oldest veterans who served in any location in June of 1975 or earlier a free one-day trip to Washington, D.C. for veterans. Airfare, meals, a coach bus tour, and special flight apparel are all included. It's a day of honor, gratitude, and camaraderie. Veterans who served in the Vietnam or Korean War go to flysshf.org and ask for an application.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, may I ask a few questions? Yeah, of course. Do you have any pets? Yes, we have a dog. Great. Do you have a pool outside?
Nope, just a big old backyard.
Nice. Another question. Are there any unlocked guns in the home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about what we can bring for dessert.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
Truth in the Morning returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Okay, now you got me questioning your musical selection here. 101.7 The Truth. It's Truth in the Morning. Bailey Coleman. Homer Blow will return tomorrow. He's on vacation. But with me this morning, our guest, Biko Baker, General Manager of the all-new Milwaukee Black Media. Good morning.
Good morning, Bailey. How you doing?
Good. So, as you can imagine, there's a lot of questions.
That's right.
About what in the world is going on.
That's right.
So, where do we start? I want to ask because he didn't give me any prerequisites. There was no, you can't talk about this. You can't. Just so y'all know. I know there's been a lot of controversy, a lot of information flying here and there. But first and foremost, I want to know how the concept of Milwaukee Black Media came about and, what were your thoughts from the beginning and how did the group of people come together?
Yeah, I think I appreciate you. Thanks for letting me be on.
Like I had a choice, but anyway.
You always got a choice with me. Yeah, you always got a choice with me. I just think
it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, I think that over the last several months, Sage Will, the owner of Civic Media, has been looking and talking to Craig Carmazon, and I just think that because of the rules around the FCC and multiple stations in the market is something that's Sage threw out there. Mm-hmm. To me and several other people, and through the process, seemed like a dream opportunity to retain and maintain these properties with a Black focus.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult in Milwaukee. I keep saying this to Chris, who's with us at Civic, and Sage, and I'm sure Craig is probably here too. It's like, it's difficult to think that these white guys are going to do something that's this thoughtful. And this is a thoughtful opportunity. There was no push or pull. There's no Spider-Man or Wizard of Oz or person behind the scenes. It's really an effort to build Black ownership through the media.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So tell me how this works. So Civic Media came together with Good Karma, mm-hmm. And they have brought these stations because there are other stations. WNOV is a part of this acquisition, right. As well as the Courier, right? The Milwaukee Courier.
That's right.
So all of these three entities come together, and there's a board. Can you explain that part of it?
So there's a trust.
Okay, there's a trust.
Yes,
okay,
right.
Okay.
And the trust is there are three members on the trust. Is Romel Brown, who's a long-time editor-in-chief or working with Mr. Jones at the Courier.
Right.
There's Alderwoman Malele Coggs, whose mother worked with Mr. Jones for 30 years.
Okay.
And then there's Tiffany Wynn, who's a marketing boss, started with Matthew Johnson, and is now at Ascension. And so she's a wizard and a journalist and is always thoughtful about Black people.
Okay.
And then there's a board, and the trust is mostly focused on the mission, vision, and then the content.
I think I know everybody in the trust. Okay.
Yeah, wonderful people.
I think Tiffany I don't think I met yet. Maybe though, because she's affiliated with Matthew Johnson.
Back in the day, yes.
Back in the okay, so
and
I probably
she worked with Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
Who I know was very supportive of a lot of stuff you've done over the years.
They were. Yeah.
And then she worked with the fire department.
Okay. So I probably have met her. Okay.
That's right. Yeah, she's dynamite.
Yeah.
And then there's the board.
Well, she was with Planned Parenthood. I know she was. Okay.
That's right. Yeah, no, she held it down. And if you ask anybody, and she was at Mount Mary, she's awesome.
Okay.
I really look up to her. And then the board is comprised of Chris Morrow, who represents Civic Media.
Okay.
John Torres, who worked with Conquistador and was close with Mr. Jones, had a long-time relationship.
Okay.
And then Mark Wade, who's an entrepreneur, worked with African World Festival,
right.
deeply connected to Milwaukee County businesses.
Okay, very good.
And so they are my bosses.
Okay. All right. So all of that came together. How did you select people, or how did people get involved, the people that are on the board and in the trust?
They got a last-minute text from me asking me to be involved. Other than Mr.
happened?
Torres, all of them received a last-minute text as I heard this was a possibility. And these things aren't like permanent.
Okay.
The trust is 18-month terms.
Okay.
We can bring 2 more members onto the board.
Okay.
So it's like who are people that we could know loved Milwaukee, loved Black people in Milwaukee and all people, and then we could work with really quickly to develop something in a short window of time.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no magic to it, man. It's just me text messaging, Bailey. I'm telling you. It seems scary, but it's really not.
It does seem scary for a new situation. What is making this different than any other situation when it comes to Black radio? Because people don't know. Black radio can be a tough road. I've been in it for a long time, and it can be a tough road. What makes this situation different than your run-of-the-mill radio station, Black radio station?
Well, there's 2 things. I'm going to focus on the most important one second.
Okay.
The first is it's Milwaukee Black Media.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Milwaukee Black Radio.
Okay.
And so this is an effort to really build a multi-channel, omni-channel approach.
Okay.
I say to people that radio is still the foundation in our community.
Mm-hmm.
It's still the most important. If you don't got that gold stamp, you don't have it.
Yeah.
And it's important. And
yes.
so what we want to do is, I wouldn't say modernize, but open up the many channels that can connect us to young people.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing that makes us different is that this is really driven by the employees.
Okay.
And so that the profit sharing after net revenue goes back to the employees. And
very
so
good.
There's no guy at the top, no person cutting deals, you know what I
mean? Yeah.
And I think that's why, my style of leadership, I'm transparent, I'm open,
I like that too. Yeah.
I was telling Sierra, who's in here with me, this radio host, they ain't got no guns or pistols. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm from here, but I came up on the West Coast during the early 2000s, rap music, working for the Source magazine.
Oh, that's what's up.
Really getting banged on. And so I'm not afraid of conflict because what I see sort of as an outsider, there's so much talent and people are fighting to amplify their voice, and it's my job and it's our job to open up the channels.
That's what's up. Okay. Can you hang around?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back with more. If you have questions, hit us up on the True Talk text line, 833-212-1017. We're sitting here talking with Biko Baker. He is the general manager of the all-new Milwaukee Black Media. We'll be back.
You are listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
Don't miss one of Milwaukee's favorite summer traditions, the U-Path Ride for Arts, presented by Miller Lite, returns Sunday, May 31st. Ride a fully closed 20-mile course across the Hone Bridge with incredible lakefront views. Kids 12 and under ride free thanks to the Brewers Community Foundation. All in support of Southeastern Wisconsin Performing Arts. 7 a.m. start, finish at U-Path Fest on Summerfest grounds. Register today at upathRide.org. That's UPAFRIDE.org.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
If a tow truck appears on the scene minutes after your auto accident, think twice before handing them your keys. You may be the target of a common towing scam, which results in being billed several $1,000s. Don't allow any unsolicited tow operators to take your car from the scene. Consult with police or your insurance provider to contact a reputable company. Agree on the rate. And know where they are taking your vehicle. If you suspect insurance fraud, call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Hey, Joe, working again? Retirement was boring, huh?
Not boring. Expensive. Food, medicine, rent. Social Security just isn't enough.
I know, and that's why I used benefitscheckup.org. It connected me to an extra $1,000 a month.
$1,000 a month?
Benefitscheckup.org is a free service from the National Council on Aging.
Free? I'm going to benefitscheckup.org today.
Truth in the Morning returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
It's Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth. Bailey Coleman in the big seat today, in the big chair. Homer will be back tomorrow. This morning, I'm speaking with Biko Baker. He is the general manager of the all-new Milwaukee Black Media. So what's your vision for this new entity here in Milwaukee?
Yeah, I mean, I have right now we have a 6-month vision. I don't want to go too far into the future, but I do think there's opportunity to stabilize and to grow the revenue for both of the radio properties. And then we're going to really blow the courier up. We're going to really think about the mix of print and digital, and how do we shake youth out of their gaze and onto some paper or onto their phones.
Right. That's what's up.
And the most important thing is that we're profitable. You know what I mean? Because I think this is opportunity for people that are coming into their careers to have sustainable opportunities. And I think it's people like yourself to become fully vested and drive it up. I think like Bailey, one of the things is I don't have a radio background. I'm from production, magazines, live events, streaming.
But you have a media background.
Oh, my goodness.
Multimedia, yep, there you go.
Yeah, very much so. But I think that I look up to people like yourself and Homer, and there's a lot that when you ask me what my vision is, I'm going to ask you what your vision is. You have – I remember being at Sister Strut in Estabrook Park. You know what I mean? There's 5,000 sisters in there.
Yeah.
Like, who am I to say that I have a vision when there's someone like, Homer? I remember going to Homer's birthday party 35 years ago.
Yeah.
That's a lot of wisdom that we can pull into people like Ray and Shannon, who will be on later today, and drive it up.
Yeah, that's what's up. I love that. Yeah, you know what? I always felt like as Black stations, and even coming from, the other station that I was at, that put on Sister Strut, how could we not, go out here and invest in our community? For many years, Sister Strut was absolutely free. Almost everything we did was free. And I don't know if people really recognize that, or they thought, well, why wouldn't it be free? But it's quite a lot to be downtown putting on something for free.
Now.
Or even being out at Estabrook Park, putting something on for free. It costs money to do those things. And it costs money to do those things at the level that we were able to do it at. But I always felt, how could we not go and do this? And how could we not present it in a way that people would love and want to come back to?
Come on now.
How could we not do our best? Because the thing about doing something like a Sister Strut or a Family Expo, or some of the things that we did. Jam for Peace. How could we not, go out there? One word from us could have helped save somebody's life. We, with Sister Strut, I loved it because it was even more tangible than that, right? With Sister Strut, women would come back and say, if I hadn't come and gotten my breast clinical exam there, I don't know what would have happened. I found a lump, things like that. That's literally having a hand in somebody's life. And how could you not do something like that when you're a radio station that big? If you got a signal, you're big enough to do something. I worked at a small AM is where I started at in Seattle. And I got to tell you, that little AM did so much, so much. So when you come here and you have these big FM signals, how could you not do something for the community? Because that's who you're serving. That's who you're here for. Without the community, we have nothing. We can't do anything, and we have nothing. So why wouldn't we take those opportunities to make it bigger, make their lives better, meet them where they're at?
Come on now.
That's me.
Yeah, I understand. I understand why big corporations can't do it, but the Milwaukee Black Media Trust, with our board and trustees, and then people that are going to be there to help, we can pull the money to pull those things off.
The AMs that I started at, they didn't have no huge budgets or nothing.
That's right.
And neither, really, to be honest with you, the bigger the corporation, usually the cheaper they are. So you got to get out here and politic and see who you could get. I had to call Malele to try and get in the park. Why you playing?
That's right. It's still
we sending letters all over here doing this and that because that's what you have to do. Amen. Those are the things that you have to do to bring your people along. I like to think that the life of some of the folks here in Milwaukee is better because we're all here and we're all making that effort. And I can't wait to see what Milwaukee Black Media does.
I just say hallelujah, thank you. And I remember meeting Marshall Falk at Jam for Peace.
Yep.
It was like, wow.
Yeah.
That changed. My dad took me to Jam for Peace. You know what I mean? And so I really appreciate you, Bailey. I appreciate Homer. I appreciate Sherwin. I appreciate Tori, Dr. Ken.
Yeah.
Kyle. So many rock stars that have come through here. So we're not going to scrub anything. We're going to build on that tradition and hopefully be profitable.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you very much, Bailey.
All right. We got more coming your way next. It's Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
I travel all around the world, Dr. Ken, and when I tell you, based on my experiences, this is like the number one country that cares. Like, everything is about money. Yep. Everything.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
I've told people in the past, you have to be careful of what you complain about and what you use as a tool, because other people will take it and use it in the wrong way.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 101.7 The Truth.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
The first thing I thought about is, what am I going to do?
Peggy and Willie were injured when a driver ran a stop sign.
I was injured pretty bad, and they reached out to me and made sure that I got the medical attention that I needed to make that recovery. One call, that was all, and everything went well.
Here for you 24/7. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Truth in the Morning returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth. Bailey Coleman in the big seat this morning. Homer will be back tomorrow. Xavier, that was a great interview. I really enjoyed speaking with Biko.
Do you feel lighter?
I do. Because a lot of people had questions, right, about how this thing was going to work and what was going on. And I know you guys heard a lot on air, about it. And so I just think it was because today's our launch day with the truth. And so I was glad that he was able to come in and answer some of those questions and kind of put people's mind to rest on what's happening and what's going on. I think it was important that we have that moment, and I appreciate it. So thanks to Biko for coming in, and his assistant. This was her first time in the studio. Well, this is her first time in a radio station, so that was kind of cool having her here and having her experience being here for the first time. So that was cool. But listen, we got a few more minutes left, and we got to finish our conversation about these data centers, because I got tons of texts and stuff, and I can't read them all on the True Talk text line. But Wayne hit me up and he said, Bailey, you're not paying for the data center's consumption of energy, but what you are paying for is the construction of new power plants to help with creating energy for those data centers or data centers. Creating one new power generation site would mean multiple data centers, which is in the mind of elected officials equals more tax dollars. You know what? All I know is I ain't trying to pay for nobody else's nothing. I got a tough enough time trying to make it on my own. You understand what I'm saying, Xavier? You understand what I'm saying? I can't hear you, Xavier.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I just don't really want to pay for billionaires.
That's
anything.
it. I don't want to pay for that stuff. Why I got to pay for that stuff? They got billions. But is that what, that's how the old saying goes, right? That's how the rich stay rich.
Well, yeah.
And that's how the poor get poor.
Well, yeah. I think it's just a lot of our politicians are bought out by these people. So
yeah,
whenever these data centers are popping up, or the ideas of these data centers are popping up, I would always look at your local politicians and see where their money's coming from.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because Mark Chambers, who's the alderman of this area, says it's all nothing. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. It's nothing. I wonder if he actually, don't they have to live in the area if they're alderman for it? They got to live in the area, right?
I'm actually not too sure on that one, but I would assume so. It would make sense, right?
It would make sense. It would make sense. But this AFS Milwaukee company, we need to demand explanation on what this is. Because you can't put up something like this and I know they did it out in Beaver Dam, Kenosha, out there. I know they did it. I know they did it out there because Miley Kaczynski, she lives less than 2 miles from the data center, the first one that they put up out there. And isn't it interesting now that things are really rolling along with the data center that the DNR can't be contacted and they got to do their own testing?
Well, it all goes to the current administration. I mean, a lot of the public services and stuff like that have been defunded. A lot of the FDA has been pretty much dismantled. I think the head of the FDA right now, he was a oil executive. So I mean, it kind of shows you where everything is going. I mean, we're pretty much selling out our country. We're pretty much stripping the country of all the resources.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of moving into like a what's the word I'm looking for? A technocracy where, a couple CEOs and stuff like that own regions of the country. That's what they're trying to, that's what it's a whole thing, like the whole like Greenland taking over Greenland.
Yeah.
That's a whole like conspiracy or theory thought of, literally technocracy. You can look at it up, but a lot of these like, tech billionaires like Peter Thiel and all these people, they believe that like literally, parts of the U.S. should be like ran by like say like the Midwest should be ran by like Apple, and then like the West Coast should be ran by.
Oh wow!
Yeah. They don't even believe in government anymore. I mean, you should really.
Oh wow!
You should really listen to. I mean, these people like Peter Thiel. Because those are people that are funding. Like Peter Thiel, he's the backer of J.D. Vance.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like J.D. Vance.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, like I mean, if you look at the inauguration, right, of the president,
exactly,
they had all the tech CEOs backed up behind them, and they all donated a couple $1 million to the inaugural. Like, that's basically like them paying into like the paying homage to the new mob boss.
Wow. So listen, pay close attention because who did he take to China with him?
Who did
a bunch of tech bosses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, Miss Sassy said our children already have issues with asthma and breathing problems. I know that. That's why y'all got to pay attention. Don't leave it up to somebody else to do it. You got to be out here. You got to be at these meetings so Alderman Mark Chambers, that's the alderman of the area. If you live over in that area, that's the alderman there. He said that there's going to be a public hearing about this, but guess what, Xavier? There's no date. There's no date.
Makes sense.
It makes total sense because the next thing you know, you're going to see them moving in there, start building. They're going to start, watch. because y'all ain't paying attention. Y'all sleep. Y'all sleep.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how bought out our politicians are, because these people, they'll like give them a couple $1,000 and then they'll give them a couple $1 million in profit. It's honestly, I don't really blame them. You know, like you got to think a lot of these people, they'll give like $10,000, $20,000 to a campaign, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll pass bills that'll make them, you know, the corporation that donated to them a couple $100 million, couple $1 million, or billions of dollars.
Right.
I mean, the investment is, you can't really buy a better investment than that.
It's
than a politician.
crazy. Brittany said off the True Talk text line, 833-212-1017. Brittany said, as a community, we have to stop the data center. They are playing in our faces. They won't be housing the homeless. They'll be milking our resources. I stay 3 minutes from Midtown. Girl, you better be out there. And you guys, this is when you call your alderman. Mark Chambers, he's the alderman over there. Call him and find out when the meeting's going to be. Because I'm going to tell you, once they start construction and once they start putting this up, you'll be in the same situation as Miley out there in Beaver Dam. She was on MSNBC, or I'm sorry, MS Now. She was on MS Now talking about how bad the water is out there. Ocasio-Cortez, what's her name?
I just call her AOC.
AOC.
Yeah.
AOC was on TV showing you the green water. Your baby already got asthma. What you doing? Make sure make sure that everybody, you're paying. If you live in that area, you are paying Mark Chambers to be your representative. You're paying him. And by the way, again, I'm sure Homer will agree, he's welcome to come on the show at any time. But y'all are paying Mark Chambers to represent you. That's your alderman. So guess what? Your alderman needs to tell you when the meeting is, and there needs to be a meeting. This company, AFS Milwaukee, should not be able to go in and just purchase this property and do whatever they want. There are rules to the game, and y'all need to be calling those rules, and you need to call these people in and get it going. There should be no, oh, we're just putting it up. There should be none of that because you have a say in that land. And again, your alderman is the person you're paying to represent you. And he said there's going to be a public hearing, but he ain't got no date yet. You need to make sure you're on him to get that date, and should nothing be going on with that land until you know what's going on. It's just like the pastor that was in the clip that we played. He said, we need to know the good, bad, the ugly so that we know what we're getting into. And you should. And if it's an old school data center that don't require a whole bunch of stuff, okay, that's cool. But if it's not, and it's one of these AI data centers that's going around polluting people and polluting areas and stuff, remember where it's at. It ain't way out in nowhere. It's in the heart of Milwaukee. That is the heart of Milwaukee, that whole area over there. And there are so many people that live, it's highly populated. I mean, I am 100% about having change and having something great go on over there at Midtown, because Lord knows, it's been a minute, it's been vacant. What's still over there? Some Culver's is over there. McDonald's is over there. Only the true ones can survive over there.
Yeah, I think Pick and Save's still over there.
Pick and Save's still over there. Okay.
But getting back to the data centers though, I think people from Milwaukee should ask the residents from Memphis that has a data center literally in the middle of Memphis, and they should tell them about, like, I mean, I already know there's a lot of air pollution that's going on there.
Yeah.
I mean, just
they're shipping in water to bathe.
Yeah.
In Memphis.
Yeah.
They're shipping in water.
And that's why they want to put it in the Great Lakes, because we have the biggest freshwater reserves in the world. So they want to put them all around the Midwest and pretty much pollute all the lakes and rivers, essentially.
Yeah, no. See, it's what I'm telling y'all. You need to find out about this, especially if you live in that area. But I mean, think about it. Think about what's happening in Memphis. Think about that. And remember, your alderman for that area needs to tell you when the public hearing is, and he needs to have a full explanation of what's going on with that. All right? Ooh, okay, let me get off my soapbox. I gotta go. Homer will be back with us tomorrow. Welcome him back tomorrow. And you know what? I want to say thank you, special thank you to MATC. Last week they had me out. I hosted an event for them, their barcodes event for the barber and cosmetology department. It was amazing. And I thank them for the opportunity to come out and work with them. Until tomorrow, y'all. Homer will be back. Yay! And we'll see you then. Thank you so much for listening. We love and appreciate you. Thanks for listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Coming with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's